Hey guys, I'm Fidel1258 here. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about Golem Overlord. This is still going, and there's big changes. There's a lot of news in Splinterlands, and I'm still excited about all the things, even with the new tension. But man, there's other things going on too. And Golem Overlord has seen a ton of changes in the last couple weeks. Huge changes, radical changes about how the gameplay works, how the reinvestment works, how the returns work, different NFTs that are being paid for time and attention. And it's worth looking at. I am certain that this is not going to make me rich, but I've already invested X amount of dollars into sort of getting this process going. I want to just encourage the multiplication of that snowball, help it grow as it goes down the hill. Let it double and triple and quadruple. Even if the part are worth less, let's just keep reinvesting them using the time and attention, because it's not that much effort to do so. And maybe one day it'll be something, because man, they're adding things. I want to quickly show you a few things. It'll be a shorter video. If you're new to my channel, I usually cover Splinterlands on the channel, but we cover other blockchain-based video games because I really think receiving reward for your time and attention is a revolutionary component of what blockchain can bring to video games. And whether it's Splinterlands or other games as well, I think you're going to see more and more and more of this. So let's enjoy the opportunities as they exist now, even if they're not optimal, because I think there's room for growth, whether it's Splinterlands, Splinter Forge, Golem Overlord, etc. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I mean, radical changes. If you haven't touched this, if you're following along, you've seen it. But if you haven't touched it, you won't know that everything has changed. I mean, there's a new comp token that's issued in conjunction with your farming of part, and the comp token can be utilized to upgrade skills and burn for reputation. So it's like this secondary sort of resource that you'll get for your in-game operations, for your in-game farm, and then you can be used to upgrade your various buildings, including the scavenge golems, which allow you to produce more resources just every minute of every day. And then the rewards payouts have changed. There used to be a 15% bonus on the longer 12-hour farming window. It's now brought down to an 8%. There used to be I think it was a 15% reduction on the shortest 4-hour farm window, and it's now 20%. So they've increased the discount or the depreciation you'll experience for when you claim every 4 hours, and they've decreased the gain that so you're getting even less at the fastest turnaround, and you're getting a little bit less than you used to at the highest turnaround. So that's interesting because it forces you to think through, well, which method makes the most sense. Also, the attacking process, the battle process mechanic has really changed. The battle mechanic used to be, if you were to search, first of all, it was very difficult if you wanted to search your opponent's defense and your opponent's faith, which are two components of how the game calculates whether or not you're going to win a given battle. It would never work. So if you entered a number here and a number here, it just wouldn't work. But now it does. So the search has been improved. And then once you do that search, I'm looking for everybody who has a defense of 75 or less and a faith of 75 or less. That's a window where I would I'll have success. But even that's different because they just suddenly gave you essentially way more power, way more fortification from wherever you were at. They just I don't know, they did some sort of multiplication. They just radically changed the base mechanics and the levels that you have for all of your major buildings, defense, attack, etc. And so that changes the thresholds at which you can win. But then as you search which battles you're able to win, the payout for winning has changed radically. This right here, if I beat this person, I'm going to get a range of 4 to 38 part. And that's cool. That's pretty significant. That's actually meaningful, substantive. If I was about to claim, I would go to war with this guy and try and get the 38. But I would say this has been lower dramatically. So there was far higher highs when I won successfully, and there was even far higher lows when I won successfully. So my point is, I think I don't know how they changed the calculation, but I believe they changed the battle mechanics so that you almost always get significantly less than you would have under the old regime. So that's going to mean that battle mechanics are less productive, which means in turn that scavenger golems are more successful. And so then scavenger golems in conjunction with fortification, because you need to protect your scavenger golems. But then again, the battle mechanics are largely, like I say, it's hard to win substantial amounts, and therefore it's hard to be stolen or have a lot of your resources be stolen. So in my experience, when I run the 12-hour, the longer farm window, what I'm finding is that one person will attack me and I'll lose, 100 part, but I can max out my part like in the 1400, 1500 range if I've got 700, 800 golems. And so my point is, farming is now, attacking used to be a lot more viable. Farming seems far more successful in this new regime. And then that's just a bit about how they've changed, not just the battle mechanics, but also the buildings were just suddenly upgraded. And then even how you upgrade with comp, because it's another dollar that you can utilize to upgrade. Right now, if I was to click on this is my power rating. I'm at 92. I can pay. This is also more convenient. They used to make you level up level 1, 2, 3, all at one at a time. But now, as you can see, if I have the part, I could go ahead and skip 10 levels just by clicking on that. As you can see, I can't by the cancel sign there or the no sign. But I've got 1500 part available. I also have 800 comp, and I can choose to spend my comp currency to get these upgrades, or I can choose to spend my part and get the upgrades. And so, yeah, there's more rewards coming through. There's more upgrades happening. They gave a ton of bonuses just suddenly, and the battle mechanics have totally changed. But then, in addition to all of that, there's new NFTs that they're handing out. So this is cool. These are bonus modifiers for what sort of rewards you have access to when you're playing the game. And I guess there's a 30-day sort of, I don't know, I bet this is some sort of acknowledgement, almost like this feels a bit like a season pass almost. It didn't cost anything. I did spend 500, actually it cost something. I spent 500 of my shards, which I'm earning tons of shards. I had 3,000 shards for, just sitting on it. So my 500 was not a big deal, but it kind of felt like a battle pass. It doesn't say the word battle pass, but this is a big difference. So I come in here today and I see this just started like within the last hour, and it goes, delve into the covert world of reconnaissance with the Scoutmaster Claim Pass. I think that's essentially their title for the season pass. For 500 shards, unlock the secret of surveillance and gain the upper hand against your adversaries. This exclusive pass grants you access to 12 precious scouts and 2 exceptional scouts, each expertly crafted and equipped to unveil the unknown. So I guess you're getting all these is the point. And I think, so as soon as I spent at first it said, do you want to spend the 500? And I did, my 500 shards. But no, the Claim Pass rewards are not tradable. You will need to finish the pass before the time runs out. Okay, so I get 30 days, and I have to finish the pass in order to get all 5 of them. But I've already got, I guess on unlock. As soon as I unlocked it, I got this really great one, which is shown here. It's got -3% cooldown while active. It's also got a 10%. So that's going to allow me to claim faster. 10% higher steal while active is a big deal, and 5% attack chance while active is a big deal too. So that's a really great NFT that will benefit me and sort of allow me to extract more for the same effort. And then I immediately, I guess after I sent one battle, I got this guy. So they probably have different criteria, which I don't fully understand how to claim them. I guess just in the course of playing the game, I'm going to unlock them. I'm assuming like every 24 hours is going to give me a new one. If I do actions within the game, all the way up to the total of 13. So essentially, I bet I'm going to get one a day every day for 12 days, 13 days, and you get the one on the lock. I could be wrong about that, but this is clearly a new innovation to this game, and it's adding a new complexity to how you play. It's going to reward the people who are here longer because you're going to have access to NFTs that give bonuses that newer comers won't have. Yeah, these are worth nothing. But again, I put in, I think, $100 3 months ago or something like that. And so why not just keep reinvesting it? Like it's, I'm not going to go over here and just try and extract, next to no value. If I go quickly to Hive Engine and I look up part, I bet we're talking like, what are we talking about price wise? So we're, a quarter of a penny per part. And if I get 1,000, if I get 4,000 a day, times like a quarter of a penny. So I'm talking 1,000 pennies. If I got 4,000, which is maybe possible for me at my level. So that'd be 1,000 pennies or 10. Wow, that's $10. That's actually surprising. So it's possible for me to make $10 a day playing the game, but I'm not going to take that out. First of all, there's not a substantive sell volume. Second of all, the game's still growing. Third of all, there's not a lot of effort here. but I see growth. I see effort. I see development. You know, they're putting in time to do things that are interesting. Splinterlands could and will do some of these things in the future, and I'm excited to see that too. Like this is such early days for cryptocurrency-based, blockchain-based video games. And the reward structures are definitely, you know, like we are only starting with this stuff. And is it perfect? No. Is it fun? I wouldn't even say it's like this is fun. But there's entertainment here. And I've heard people say this is not a game. It is. There's an economy here. You're running that economy. You're making choices to extract, to find paths to get more reward for the same time. That's actually a thought process. That's actually a procedure. That's actually a game. Not a first-person shooter. And it's not even as complex as Splinterlands. But I'm still playing Golem Overlord, and I will be until this thing either moons or stops going. I don't see any reason to stop. And so there's a lot of different changes here. I thought I'd share that with you. I'm still going hard, as you can see. Yeah, I'm getting about, I'd say, like I just claimed 900 part. Where did it, can I see that? I just claimed 900 part. 722 part, but then there's bonuses on that. And I also see I get comp included in there. I get shards. And then I lose a few scavenger golems. But yeah, my income far exceeds sort of my outlays. I don't put anything extra in. I haven't 4 months. I'm not gonna. But man, I'm interested. And I thought I'd share this with you. Thanks, guys. I don't know what you're doing with this. Let me know in the comments below if you're still I guess exploring what this could be. But man, I can't picture writing this off or anything like this. Even GLG, which I think looks like garbage. I thought GLG looked terrible. But man, I'm still going to collect my GLG tokens, my GLX tokens. I'm absolutely going to stake them and roll them over, and maybe one day it's going to surprise me. Because man, it's so early. Of course they can iterate, they can evolve, they can grow. Splinterlands was at first nothing at all. Then it became a collectible card game. Now soon it's going to be Land 1.5. Not every story will go like Splinterlands went. But I'm willing to gamble, especially when that gamble requires pretty much just my time and attention. That's the beauty of the revolution within blockchain-based video games, that you actually could receive reward for your time and attention, and that those trivial rewards might multiply in a meaningful way across a long enough time horizon. Golem Overlord is still growing. It's still evolving. It's still iterating. I'm on board for that. Let me know in the comments if you are. Have an amazing day. God bless.